You're being lied to, and I am upset about it, and I want to help you out. So at the minute, you may have seen, or over the last few years, seeing videos on, hey, exercise your fat away in your abs by doing this 10-minute core blaster, or do these leg raises to see your veins pop out in your lower abs by the morning. Those style of videos where they say you can exercise fat away. Firstly, this is wrong because this is going against the principles of fat loss. And two, this is actually really harmful information because the people who are producing these videos are selling a false dream for people. People are spending a lot of money for these results, trying to exercise specific areas. Let me give you some context if you're unsure what I'm talking about. So people say you can do sit-ups and you'll lose body fat by doing those sit-ups, or do loads of squats and lunges, lose body fat in your legs. This is a myth. The body doesn't work like that. So I want to explain what actually happens and what to focus on instead if you're trying to lose body fat. Cool? Right, let's begin. So I've actually drawn out my diagram today first because sometimes I draw as I go and I'm sure you don't want to watch me draw. Cool, so this is the principles of fat loss. So your body's cells stores fat in the form of something called triglycerides. Those triglycerides can be stored as fat and used as energy. With me so far? So your body stores fat in the form of triglycerides, which can be used as energy. Now, before they're burned, they need to be broken down into smaller sections to go into the bloodstream, and they're broken down into the smaller sections into something called free fatty acids, which I've just put as a blue, and glycerol, which I've just put as red. Cool? So they enter the bloodstream. Let's say this is the bloodstream. And when you exercise, now your body can use these as fuel. But what it doesn't do, and this is where people say, exercise your fat away. What it doesn't do, your body doesn't just say, well, I'm going to use those free fatty acids and glycerols from your abdominals only and not think about the rest of the body. Or I'm going to focus on the free fatty acids and the glycerol from your legs and just focus on that point. Your body doesn't have a mechanism where it pinpoints or picks out, just because you're exercising, I'm going to take it from there. It doesn't. When you exercise, it can use the fuel from anywhere in the body. Let me repeat that again. When you're exercising, it can use that fuel from anywhere in the body and not the specific targeted exercise body part. That didn't make any sense, did it? Not from the specific area you're exercising. That makes sense. Cool. Do you want me to explain that again? Maybe very quickly. So, your body your body cells stores fat in the form of triglycerides. These must be broken down into smaller sections before they enter the bloodstream. Before they're used as fuel, they're broken down into free fatty acids and glycerol into the bloodstream. And when you exercise, it can now use these as fuel, but it doesn't just use it from a specific area, i.e. the area that you're exercising. It can use it from anywhere in the body. So that's why exercising your fat away is a myth, because the body just doesn't work like that. So what should you do instead? The first rule of fat loss is you need to initiate the fat loss response by creating a calorie deficit. I've spoken about this in a previous video, so I won't go too much into this, but a calorie deficit is reducing the amount of calories you're bringing into the body. So say your maintenance calories is 2,000. You want to be eating under that to initiate the fat loss response. Then what the body doesn't do is it doesn't just think, yep, I'm going to take it from the legs, I'm going to take it from the arms, I'm going to take it where you want me to take it. It takes it from anywhere in the body, like I just mentioned there. There is a genetic component where it will, what am I trying to say? It will take fat away from specific areas, and that's going to be different for everyone. For example, the body might take fat from the glutes first. It might start taking fat from the midsection first, or the legs. Or some people hold more fat in different areas of the body. There is a genetic component to that. So where you lose fat is going to be everywhere. Think of when you take water out of a bath. If you have a cup, the bath represents the body. If you have a cup, you swoop the water to take the water out, it doesn't just lose the water from one area of the bathtub, does it? It loses it from everywhere. And that's how that fat loss occurs. But like I said, there's a genetic component. Some people lose it from different places, etc. So that's where you want to start with. That's the principles of fat loss. Not exercising fat away, creating a calorie deficit, and exercise is of course going to support this process. It's going to get you stronger, it's going to build stronger joints, it's going to improve your mental health. It will help you stay disciplined and committed and have the right mindset to stay consistent with this calorie deficit. And then in the long run, that's when you start that fat loss response. Not by endless crunches, not by endless squats, and you're going to lose fat from there. Cool? So the next video you see is saying 10-minute 10 crunches, lose the abs here. Now you know the body doesn't work like that. Focus on that calorie deficit first, and then let exercise support that. And if you want to see a more detailed video on fat loss and the tools you can use, please check that out. I will link it in the comments. But for today, I wanted to bust that myth, and hopefully you learned something, whether you're new to exercise or have been training for many years. So thanks for your time. If you're on YouTube, please subscribe. And if you're on the socials, let me know if you enjoyed this and what you took from it personally. I'll catch you later. Thanks for your time.